We're going to start in web design, and we're using the Adobe Creative Suite software Dreamweaver. But let's look at what your end result will be for our first exercise using Dreamweaver. And we will be practicing using HTML coding, which stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It can be a little confusing to start with if you haven't done it before. But we're going to create something similar to this that you see in this web browser. We're going to have an image, a caption. We're going to have 3 lines, so this is like the title for the page, and a subtitle, and then something for a paragraph. Let's see how we're going to create this. We're going to open up Dreamweaver software. I already have it where I can easily open it. This is the example, the one we just showed, but we're going to start it from scratch. So let's go to File at the top, corner in the left, New. We want to select blank page. The page type is HTML. Our layout right now is none, and we want to have our document type as HTML5. So make sure this is HTML5 here, and then just hit the Create button. And this one actually defaulted and is not HTML5, so I am going to go again. There we go. Now it is. HTML5, this is your doc type, the code for that. Every HTML page, which is your web page, each one will have what's called an opening tag and a closing tag. The closing tag will have this little / there in front of, in this case, HTML. Within the HTML tags, you will have a head section. So here's your starting head tag. Here's your closing tag. This is the content that's within the head tag. It does not actually show up on the web page, but the title that you put in will show up in the browser. All our page content is going to be between the body and the closing body tag. So in this case, I'm going to go on and add some extra space in here to help us add our content. Good coding practice requires that you to indent what is contained, so let's do that here in the head section. There's 3 lines. I'm indenting the head also because the head is within the HTML, so it's easier to follow. So let's indent the body tag. We want to have that at the same level there. Kind of lines up with the body, the head above it, and minus there. I'm actually working on a PC, so it may look a little different than your Macs for a class. So here's our initial structure. So start with, let's add a title to the page. We want to call it My First Web Page. And we're going to remove this untitled document part. Just delete it. Now what I need to mention, you're wondering, this may look a little different than yours. We have 3, 4 different views that you can have in. Let's look at them. Code view only will show the code, HTML code. The split view allows you to see both the code and what's considered the design area, which is what your final outlook will look like. If you click on your design view, it will be just your outlook on your finished product, what it will. We haven't actually added in anything that will show up yet, so nothing is showing on the page. Your live view on yours is combined with the design button here at the top, so you may have a little drop down arrow here that you can click back and forth. Live view shows you what it will actually look like in the browser. The other thing to take note is you have a little globe of the earth, and it's over here in your upper right hand corner on your computer. This you can click and you can actually view your web page in the browser. So let's go back to split view. Let's add our content. And Dreamweaver will actually create extra code. I'm going to take that, where it just pop that in and take that out. And mine is just stalling right now, so alright. Go back, record. Lines within below this opening body tag. I'm going to put welcome to my first web page. Got a little misspelling need to fix here. Alright, so let's add a second line. And we want content that will be considered to be in a paragraph. Alright, so there's several lines of text. So let's look in the design view. You notice it all runs together on one line. Well, we're going to change that. Let's go back to split view. And we're going to add what's considered heading tags. So in this case, they are H1. If you can look, it will automatically pop up with the tag. Tell you what it should be. So this is the largest size heading tag that we would have on a page. And put your little bracket, closing tag, and it finishes the closing tag. So we have an opening H1 tag and a closing H1. And we know it's closing because of the little forward slash, and it's after what we want to be in the largest type size for comment. So let's make a subtitle, and we're going to call that, we're going to use the H3 tag. So let's look in our design view right now and see what's happening. Any changes? Look. See, the coding and the formatting went on and changed it onto 3 lines. When you use a heading tag, which can be sized anywhere from H1 all the way to H6, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 6 is actually the smallest. It will make the text actually bold, and it will make the next text be on another line. So it creates this space in between that line and the next line, which is pretty neat. So we've gone back to split view. Let's go on and add what's considered a paragraph tag, which is P. And we want a closing paragraph tag, so P and there. Now we want to stylize our existing text a little bit, and we're going to create some of it that's going to be italicized and some of it will be bold in our paragraph area. So I want the HTML word to be bold, and the coding for that would be strong, S-T-R-O-N-G, and close it. Closing it, we're going to type the same thing, and there we go. Let's look at that. Now we have the word HTML being bold, or this case, strong, meaning it's much bolder than what the rest is. So we're going back to split view, and let's make another word. We're going to make it italicize. The code for that would be EM, which means emphasis. And after the word I want to be italicized, change it to the closing tag for that. So let's look. Design view. And we will see, there it is. So we have our strong here for the word HTML, and we have italicized, helpful in creating my own websites. Okay, let's do something else. We need to add that picture. So let's go back to split view. So this is going to be our first attempt at adding an image. And the image I had before really is not related to creating websites unless you want to put it on a website. So I'm going to go on and add another paragraph tag. And let's go on and click and go on and type in and put a closing tag. So in this space, we want to go to Insert, at the top menu, Image. And you need to go look into your folders where your images are that you want to use. So this time, I think I'm going to pick one of the seagulls. We'll take this picture. And it wants me to save my document. I will do that. See, alternate text can type in, and that gives what would be considered, if I can spell here, a screen reader know what the picture is about. Sometimes people turn off images on the internet so the page downloads faster. So I'm typing in seagulls are having a blast at the beach. Let's look at our code for inserting this image. We have image source, has where the file is stored on the page, how tall it is, and how wide it is, and how tall it is. Well, it's actually very, very big, and we don't want it to be that big. So let's click here and change the size without going into Photoshop. So if you have your Properties panel open, if not, go to Window and click on Properties. I want this image to be actually 600 pixels wide, so I'm going to type that in, and because the width and the height dimensions are locked, when you change one, it will change the other. So see, now it's 456 high and 600 wide. Let's look at it. And meanwhile, I'm going to go on and save it. Save, go to File, Save As, and I'm going to call it home2.html, only because I have another one already called home in this folder. It's good to put all your information in the same folder, your images and everything. So let's look at this result in the web browser. I'm going to go to my little icon. Again, yours is in the upper right corner. It's a picture of the globe for the internet. And let's see what our outcome looks like. And here it is. Welcome to my first web page. Here's the title here at the top. This is a lot of fun to create web pages. Learning HTML. And there's the resized image. It looks pretty neat. So we'll go back into Dreamweaver. And everything looks good here. I want to add a caption under the photo. So within there, I want to put a break tag, which is BR. Get a space, and then And the break tag doesn't have opening and closing because it actually doesn't contain anything. What it does is cause the information to go on the next line. So it gives a line break. So I want to do our a caption. And I can actually use the same one I have right here. I'm going to copy that, put it down here. What I also like to do, and we'll do in our web project, is for images and hyperlinks is to add a title. So let's do that. Title equals, I'm going to put this paste the same information in there. What happens with the title is you can mouse over the image on the internet and it will, that information will show up. So let's look again. Let's save all. See if this will refresh. Okay, I did refresh in the browser and there is the caption for the photo at the bottom. Pretty neat. So we're going to stop right there for this lesson. You've learned how to create heading tags, a subheading, paragraph tags, make a word or words strong, which would be bold, italicize a word. So you're creating these styles which are pretty good. We're going to insert an image and we're going to include a caption. We're also going to review it and then look at it in the browser and see what it actually would look like if it was uploaded to the internet. And that is our HTML Dreamweaver exercise, the first one. Thank you for watching.